Well, at the Warriors Summer League in Las Vegas, and I tell you right now, the star of the Summer League team is Kent Bazemore. I mean, this guy, point guard, off guard. Let's go backwards before we get to Summer League. What has the offseason been like after the Warrior playoff run?
Myself and Joe Boylan been working a lot on pick and roll offense, shooting, a lot of pick and roll, pretty much offensively. Then Darren Erman is taking me on the defensive end and just getting me in the right spots on defense, helping my defensive game as well.
I saw last year the amount of work you put in, even on your three-point shot, changed the arc and the trajectory, started making more shots. When the Warriors sent you down to the D-League in Santa Cruz, you dominated those games. Is it perimeter shooting? Is that the one area, if you assess your game, that you'd like to keep improving?
I think it's actually my confidence. I've always, had great mechanics other than the arc, but, as far as my jump or my stroke, it's always been kind of smooth, but it's always been confidence. A lot of people said I couldn't shoot, and I would start listening to it, and then it was just showing the floor. So now, I feel like I can make any shot I take, and the percentages are going up.
I had a little fun with people in that the Warriors didn't have a draft pick going into the draft. They said, they got a draft pick. They got Kent Bazemore. He's our number one from a year ago type of thing. When you look at the confidence the team had in you and just the role you had as an energy guy and a fun bench guy, what does this year 2, mean for you? What are you looking for?
There's no excuses for me this year. Last year not being drafted, I had to learn the whole NBA game, but, watching, the veterans on my team like Steph and Clay play all season, Harrison, watching those guys play all season, I learned a lot. So next year I'm looking to go in and, just fit right in, like I never miss a step.
There are minutes behind Steph Curry right now. When you look at the Warriors shifting roster, Nemanja Nedović, the number 1 pick, and are you a 1? Are you a 2? Are you going wherever the coaches tell you? How would you? Where does Kent Bazemore see himself?
It's always been the type of player just to do what I'm told. If coach wants me to play the point guard, I'll play. But mostly I just want to start defensively. That's where I play my best basketball games. If I start defensively, if I go out and try to be assertive on the offensive end and get frustrated, I don't play defense as well. We had a scrimmage a few days ago where that happened, and I stunk up the place, and I went out with a different mindset in our first game of the Summer League, and it worked out for me.
All right, so now tell me about the Charles Atlas pose here when Warriors make the 3. The people see you with the big, almost Tebow-esque and the big arm and the 3 fingers, and it's been like an internet sensation. Where did that come from, and how much fun do you have doing that?
I remember we were playing. It was like that first East Coast swing, and me and Charles Jenkins was sitting on the end of the bench, and we were just having a good time. And I did it. I don't know where it came from, and then they made another. He was like, "Do it again, do it again." And ever since then, I just been doing it. And the Bay Area really took it and just ran with it. This guy just had a wedding yesterday. He sent me a picture at his wedding, like doing it. So it's like blowing up now.
Mark Jackson always talks about this team being connected, that they're all kind of tied into each other. This is one of the closest teams I've seen in 20 years in the NBA. Where does that come from? Is it just friendship? Is it hanging off the court? Is it just guys the same age? What would you attribute that to?
To be honest, we all on the same page. We all want to win. We all listen to what everyone on the outside says about us. Says what we're going to do, what we project. So those type of things. And when we break up huddles, to say just us, and it's always been just us, and it starts to show off the court. Our hard work off the court, coming in a month before training camp, putting in work together, blood, sweat, and tears amongst each other, pushing each other, is really what keeps us together. And once you go out and win, and you see another guy doing well for himself that works hard, you feel happy for him. So it's just a trickle down effect. It's a ball. Once we get that ball rolling, for camaraderie, we just tough to separate.
Year 2, when you make it in the NBA as an undrafted free agent, now it's about playing time and finding your role and improving your game, as you mentioned. But do you ever sit back and put your feet up for 2 seconds and say, hey, this was my dream as a kid, and I'm achieving and living that dream? It's if you're not drafted, nothing's given to you, and you're all earning that. You ever get a chance to reflect on that for a second?
Only time I kick my feet up is right before bed, man. I can't relax. We have drafts every year, and it's such a small group in the NBA. I think it's like 300 some odd players, so they got guys coming in every year. You got guys coming in from overseas trying to get in. So especially in my position, you can find a 6'5", 200-pound guy anywhere. So I just got to keep working hard and just keep sticking out, doing something different.
All right, Ken, keep having a good summer league. We appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, Kent Bazemore with us at the Warriors Summer League here in Las Vegas. Yeah, defense, but watch that three-point shot. It's getting better and better right here on Warriors.com.